everyone, it's Grimace, Bespoke Woodsman. I'm on my way to the Mount Wilson Trailhead, taking public transportation. So I'm taking 2 trains and a bus to the Mount Wilson Trailhead, which I've never done before. I'm waiting for the bus now. I've already taken the 2 trains. I catch the red line like a block from my house, and theoretically I think this bus takes me straight to the trailheads. So it looks like there's still just the tiniest bit of a walk from Sierra Madre and Mountain Trail to the actual mountain trail. But that's where I'm headed now. So you can see the mountains pretty close, but still a little bit of a walk. This trail was built by General Patton's grandfather, and what people would do, thousands and thousands of people during what was called the Great Hiking Era in Los Angeles, which is the late 19th century up until like the late 30s, 1930s, right around World War II, would just take to the mountains every weekend. So you'd get thousands of people would come up here. They'd take the red car, the trolley, and they'd come up this very trail up to one of the many mountain resorts up here. Of course, the structures are all gone now, but that was the idea, was people would come up and stay at these resorts and then climb out on Sundays. So they might come in Saturday morning, leave Sunday night, or Sunday morning, just stay one night. And that's how many of them spent their weekends. I mean, thousands of people. So this is what used to be called First Water. Used to have a quarterway house back in the late 1880s. You could get refreshments here. You could buy drinks, cold drinks, something to eat. And then it burned down in the mid-40s. A young buck just ran across the trail. He ran up this way. I don't think I'll see him again. Oh, there he is. Can you see him? Yeah, there he is. Bye, young man. Oh, kicking up rocks. Ha! Telltale evidence. My dear friend was getting a drink. I don't think people come down here as much. I think they're just mostly worried about getting to the top of Mount Wilson and then getting down. I'm taking a real leisurely hike this weekend. Well, for me anyway. So I have a little bit of time to explore that other people might not have when that's the purpose of their trip. So I get to come down here, hang out a little bit at First Water. I'll probably actually grab some water. I only brought 2 liters. I brought a water bladder to carry 2 more if I need to. Dirty. But might as well drink, camel up, and then go from here. Another fun thing is there's a bench here. Someone came down, built a bench. Landon Rich Eagle Project, Troop 4, 2018. Thanks, Landon. I like your bench. It's a real nice place to stop. Even though you can't buy refreshments, still bring your own. Now there's a place to enjoy them. It's like someone enjoyed an orange and did not pick up their trash. I know you may be thinking, well, an orange is biodegradable, and you're right. But it's not native to this area. And so you're getting animals used to eating something that they shouldn't have access to. It becomes problematic. So No, it seems like it should be fine. It's not necessarily. And of course, speaking of bad LNT, don't carve in trees, please. I smell a skunk. Do I see a skunk? I don't see a skunk, but I smell a skunk. Hope I don't see a skunk. What are you doing out in the daytime, buddy? This is what's left of Orchard Camp. It was founded as the halfway point to Mount Wilson. So it was a place to stop, get refreshments, stage things for the construction crew. And then it was homesteaded by two crazy old mountain men. I hear those deer. 3 of them. By two crazy old mountain men named George, Aiken, and Islip. Planted plum trees and apple trees and cherry trees and I believe chestnut trees. So that's how I got the name Orchard Camp. And then a fellow named James McNally turned it into a resort in 1890. And that's what these foundations are from. I'm really surprised by how active the deer are. They are not very afraid of me. So something was going on with my body. Not exactly sure what. I was on this long climb. Just could not catch my breath. My hands were getting real shaky. My whole body's getting real shaky. And I had slowed to a crawl and I just couldn't keep going. It was a real problem. And I made the executive decision to just stop, to just turn around and to go home. And I'm bummed out about it, but I don't think there's any sense in continuing if your body's not holding up. Imagine going into the woods or into the mountains with a knapsack, with a change of clothes and toiletries and maybe a lunch for the way up. But you don't need a tent. You don't need dinner. You don't need a sleeping bag, sleeping pad. You get to sleep on a bed. Someone cooks a hot meal for you. Inaccessible by car. Kind of stink for the staff. There aren't a lot of pack mule stations left, but still a pretty neat idea. I'm sure there are a few left, I'm just not sure where. And of course some of them, like Echo Mountain, which is not too far from here, Thaddeus Lowe's Hotel, you could take a train up. They had a funicular that went. That would be pretty cool too. So anyway, so I stopped and I actually had a proper lunch. I thought, because I was shaking and my body wasn't doing well and I wasn't able to get my breath. I thought maybe it was just blood sugar, and then maybe I'd eat something and feel energized, but that is not the case. I do feel better, just because I needed to eat something. And I suspect that it's some level of nutrition and sleep deficiency that has caused my body to react this way. I didn't get much sleep last night. I haven't been getting much sleep. I've been getting 5 to 6 hours a night, which is not good. I'm working with a nutritionist and changing my diet, so maybe my body's reacting. I don't know. I imagine I'll get out of here around 6 o'clock p.m. and then have a long bus and train ride home. Trail splits here. That's the new one. That's Charlie's Trail, I think it was called. That's what I took on the way up. I usually take a new trail over an old trail because I figure there's a reason they made a new one. Probably graded better. But I'm going to take this one on the way down. Why not? Looks like people have been on it recently, so it can't be too bad, right? Oh. Looks like there are locks on here. I bet just hikers put these on. I don't want anyone getting the idea that I'm permanently damaged. I think everything's fine. Everything feels fine. It's just, I think I'm just tired. I mean, can that be? It seems kind of crazy to be so exhausted that on a 6-mile hike your body would just kind of shut down like that, but I guess it's possible. It's sort of an ongoing issue, the exhaustion. I can see why they remade this trail. I'm reaching the end here. Certainly disappointed, but still a good day hike. Maybe I'll get back out tomorrow. I don't know. I think it's important I take care of my health. I wish I knew what was going on with it, but we'll figure it out. I feel a little bad. My girlfriend is coming to pick me up. I feel bad that I'm having her leave her plans, but she insists she doesn't mind, so. Since you're likely to be the only one watching this, Lori, thank you and I love you. And if anyone else is watching, thank you and I love her. So, there you have it. This is as good a place as any to wrap up. We're hitting a public road. So, I'm going to say my goodbyes. And listen, I really appreciate you watching. There are a lot of great backpacking channels on YouTube. I really appreciate you checking mine out. I have some good content coming up, some better hikes, ones that I finish, I hope, and some really good stuff that I'm planning. So stay tuned, click subscribe, click the notification bell. I'm Grimace, this is the Bespoke Woodsman, and I'll see you soon.